So this is a follow-up to a video I made about 2 days ago, and now Matt Hancock, the former Secretary of State for Health, has resigned. Apparently it was his decision. This is a man who for months has been telling us what to do, telling us what we can do, what we cannot do, as the pandemic has crashed through our society. And we now learn that following his resignation, there are questions about an NHS deal with Miss Coladangelo's brother Roberto, who runs a private health firm called Partnering Health Limited, based in Portsmouth, operating across Hampshire and specialising in COVID-19 support. This is compounded by further news that Matt Hancock had been conducting a lot of his NHS departmental business on his private email. This sadly puts him in the same category as Hillary Clinton. He's the Hillary Clinton of the Conservative Party. Poor man, as the Queen might have said. He might have got away with all this, actually, but that he has form. Remember the pub landlord, what was his name, Alex Bourne, Mr. Hancock's former neighbour, who ran the Cock Inn in Hancock's constituency. How he bewilderingly got a contract to supply, I think, test tubes, and this was after sending a private WhatsApp message, I do loathe WhatsApp, to Mr. Hancock. And then this followed with sort of scurrilous stories about burning rubbish and about inappropriate loo facilities for his workers, sort of hygiene issues. And then there's Matt Hancock's sister, whose company in which Hancock had a 20% stake got an NHS contract, and he got slapped on the wrist for that. I think it's not. I think the Queen is wrong. I think it's not Hancock who is the poor man, but all those people who have clustered around his formerly rising star. I feel sorry for his wife, who only learnt of his affair as the news was breaking, and that her husband and father of 3 children was now committed to leaving her and was in love with Gina Coladangelo, a lady who he has apparently lusted after since his days in Oxford with her. That puts a nasty shadow over her entire marriage. It's just not an honourable thing to do. Now, it's not clear that there's any direct link between the Department of Health and the contracts that have been awarded to PHL, or that Roberto Caladangelo had anything improper to do with anything. Indeed, the DHSC, the department that Matt Hancock formerly ran, has stressed that non-executive directors like Gina Coladangelo had an advisory role and no role at all in procuring or awarding contracts. Similarly, PHL, this private healthcare firm in Portsmouth, run by her brother, has said that it gets all its contracts through robust tender and procurement, through a formal process. That Mr. Hancock couldn't really get his hands directly on this sort of process. Let's not talk about Mr. Hancock's wandering hands. But the optics for Mr. Hancock look bad, and I've been trying to scribble a sort of picture. We don't have very many pictures of Roberto Coladangelo, but this is my attempt to draw him this morning. Hancock has left his department and all the people around him in absolute chaos. I don't know whether that's does that mean he can take a few months out and 6 months out and then come back into government? No, I think he's demonstrated that he's really a bit of a scoundrel, and that's sad that we have been led by a scoundrel, and I myself feel let down. I don't know what you think. Anyway, look, do by all means leave your comments below, ring the bell, and subscribe to my channel, and I'm sure there will be other things to say in the next few days. And I'm also going to be popping up a video in the next 12 hours or so about writing an essay and following the Harvard referencing system. So bye-bye.